Hey, good morning, Monk Magic. Nice to see you again. I can't wait to see you again. I'm going to be jumping into some classes. I know Mrs. Lupton's jumping in. Mr. Waddell's going to jump in. It's lovely to see you. We were in some classes yesterday. It's amazing. One of the benefits of all this, seeing you, all your beautiful faces with no masks. That's amazing. There's people out there, I didn't even know they had lips. All right, so here we are. Good morning. Today is Friday, January 7th, day 5. Bonjour. Aujourd'hui, c'est vendredi, le 7e janvier, jour 5. Please stand and remove your hats for the playing of O Canada. Get off your couches, get out of your beds, stand up, honor this beautiful country. Even though it's so darn cold out right now, sing your hearts out. Please be seated. Trillium Lakelands District School Board acknowledges that these lands and waters are the traditional homeland of the Ojibwe Nation and the Huron-Wendat Nation, and now includes communities from the Mohawk Nation, the Potawatomi Nation, and the Métis Nation of Ontario. Under the One Dish with One Spoon Treaty, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy and the Anishinaabe peoples agreed to share and care for this territory for the benefit of future generations. We acknowledge their stewardship throughout the ages. Okay, thanks again for joining us this morning. Here is our quote for the day. Allow yourself small victories. Don't deny giving yourself credit for accomplishing something, no matter how insignificant it might seem at the time. So, thinking about that quote, what's going to be your small success today? What's going to be your win, your W? Turn on your camera, contribute to a conversation, finish a math task, try a task, try something you've not tried before. Think about that and keep that in mind as a goal for today and throughout the weekend. Our questions for math, yet thinking all the way across the subjects and different ways of looking at things. Our thoughts for January. Primary group have what shapes are in our world? How can we describe 2D shapes? How can we describe 3D shapes? Our junior classes are thinking, how can we describe the space around us? And the intermediates, scaling and splitting. How much now? So we have had some folks reach out, as I mentioned yesterday, with regards to our announcements and contributing to our announcements. If you have things that you'd like to share, contact me. I know there's going to be some rooster riddles and jokes coming at us. You can email me, sean.kruger@tldsb.on.ca. Fun facts, trivia, you have something amazing to share, something in class, some amazing creation, something you've done online. We can't wait to see it and share it with all of us. So hopefully we'll start that next week. Don't hesitate to reach out. If you ever need a hand, also you can reach out to us here in the office. We're going to be starting office hours and are happy to help with any work, reading, math, other subject areas. Maybe you just want to come, drop in, chat, and say hi. That's okay too. So information has been sent to your teacher, and they will share that with you, how you can get a hold of us or drop in. In other news, we have the Raptors, who are on a tear right now. They actually might even make the playoffs and do something significant. The NFL playoffs are about to get underway. Last week of the season is here for that. If you're an NFL fan, the Leafs are looking pretty darn good as well. If anybody's keen on finding out how the Sens are doing, you're going to have to get into those office hours and ask Mr. Waddell and see how they're faring currently as well. Yesterday I shared a story and had some great thoughts and feedback on that, so I've got another one to share with you here today. Every morning, there's an older gentleman. He's out walking his dog on the beach, walking his dog, and the waves are coming up and in. And as the tide comes in the night and goes out in the morning, the tide leaves behind all of these starfish everywhere, all over. And so every day this man's walking his dog, looking at the starfish, admiring the ocean, taking the fresh air. And one day, he sees this young girl, and she's running back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And she's picking up a starfish, and she runs out and she puts the starfish in the ocean. And then she runs all the way back, and she grabs another one, and she runs all the way out, and she puts the starfish back in the water. And he watches this now after a few days. And he thinks, how peculiar that is. What is this girl doing? Why bother? And so one day with his dog, he's walking along the beach and he looks down. Hey, pardon me. Young girl, I have to ask, why are you possibly doing this? There's thousands of starfish, possibly millions. Why are you bothering? You can't possibly make a difference. And the young girl kept working, kept running, and she stopped at that moment, and she looked at the starfish in her hand, and she looked up at the man and didn't say a word. And she looked down at the starfish in her hand, and she ran back out into the ocean. She dropped it down real gently, put it in the water, and she ran back up to the man, and she said, "But I made a difference to that one." And she walked away and kept about her business. The man was dumbfounded and thought about it and thought how brilliant that is. This young lady that just wants to make a difference to that one. So, on that note, what is the difference you're going to make today? To that one. Who's that one going to be? What's it going to look like? Get out there and get the W. Get your win. Who's it going to be for? Thank you for joining us today. Remember, at Monk, we have high expectations of respect and responsibility and strive to be the very best we can be. Have an amazing day. Merci et bonne journée.